And the daily dose of Dharma, good karma. Okay, as promised. So, collective, many of you are getting a good karma because you know what? You finally said, I would like to cancel my subscription to your issues. You stopped allowing people to project onto you. And you went on. You called shit out. You went on a healing journey. You stood up for yourself. You told your truth. You went against the grain no matter what. And that took guts, okay? And you suffered for it because, we all know how this world is hardwired, right? We know. And as a result, doing what you all have done is not that popular. And when you have a lot of narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths in your energy who've got their grips on society, who've got their grips on communities and families, you're a villain, even though you're not the villain, okay? But you decided to stand on business for you and your family. Many of you and your children have been being targeted, stalked, abused, stolen from, all sorts of things, unmentionable things, and the world did not believe it, okay? And many of them still don't believe it. So, but you're getting some dharma for that. You get a daily dose, okay? So congratulations. And so with that being said, let's get into it. This is a little quickie. Again, I want to invite you all to check out my YouTube channel. All right, you hear my son in the background there. And yes, you guys, when I tell you the powers that be, or there are groups and organizations that target the sick and the elderly and disabled to do weird things, it's the truth. So just keep that in mind and expand and grow and heal and, because they can't do some of the stuff that you and I can do, right? And that's a shame. But this is also why they exploit that population, okay? This is exactly why. It's sickening, I know. Okay, thinking woman, you're getting some kind of dharma because you really started looking into things. Maybe this started at age 47 for some of you, and you put something to an end. So you have closed out some cycles. 29 breaking down to an 11, you possibly are ascending, getting some kind of new beginnings, and you're gaining your strength. Look at that. Because of this, okay, of the unthinkable things you've had to go through, the adjacent possibilities here, people wanting to limit your options and possibilities or putting you in impossible situations, and you had to make it do what it do. Could be a lover, could be a sibling, could be due from childhood, but you're getting some type of dharma for making the proper choice, for being strong and holding that boundary. That contract is over. You guys have broken some type of bindings, dominations, contracts, injustices here. You had to be strong through this, the garden and the gate. There's some kind of new beginning because you walked away. Okay? You walked away. All right, let's do this quick. This is the shortcut version. I do apologize. Y'all hear my son back there. I see self-care at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're able to take care of yourself, okay? You're being granted what you need to take care of yourself. And because you started prioritizing yourself in some situations here, many of you, you would have never thought it was your mother, your sister, a person you were dating, a coworker, right? Managers. You're just surprised when it comes all out in the wash, right? How many people are corrupt? Yeah, bad health. Wealthy man. Something that, okay. Main male. Wealthy man. Interesting. Some of you could be family room in the reverse. You're getting a dharma if you left a toxic family dynamic. And you're getting a dharma, okay, if you suffered because of a toxic family dynamic. Okay? Something to do with that toxic family. Got yourself out of some kind of toxicity here. That takes guts. Yeah, closed in, trapped, frustrated. Yeah, whatever people was doing to you, gossiping, a history of doing shit, attacking you, and you know, when you couldn't defend yourself, or like I said, doing shit to people who cannot protect or defend themselves. Here, taking retaliation out on your children that can't defend themselves. Here, yeah, took delight in doing that. Yeah, so somebody is getting a dharma for leaving, ceasing to try to retaliate, something to do with gossip and a history of doing this. There's some exposure here. Somebody's getting a dharma for exposing these people. There you go. Somebody's ascending and for confessing something. Okay? Yeah, about a love affair, third party. Dirty little secret down low. This came out in the other reading, bad karma reading. Okay. Dharma. So somebody's ascending. Truth is being revealed. Your dreams here. Yeah, putting an end to a fight. This came out in the upright in the other reading. Putting an end to a fight. Realizing who was the bitch. Who was the, you know, the one causing problems here. And if you're innocent, you're getting some kind of dharma because you were not the problem. You were never the problem. Okay? Somebody picked up on some red flags here. You picked up on the red flags. You're a legend. You're a legend. That people have been, love bombing people. Gaslighting. People were gaslighting you. Yeah, these trolls here. Trying to keep you in the box for their privileges, for your privileges. Okay, you're going to be getting some kind of privilege, or you're getting some kind of privilege today. Maybe on a podcast. Okay, people could have been stealing your stuff, right? Talking about you, talking smack, feeding off of you. Okay, but you're delicious. Okay, somebody's delicious. Yeah, energy vampires like your energy, you and your children's energy. So you're getting a dharma because energy vampires have been siphoning you all's energy here. So let's get a little picture image here. And then I'm going to get a tarot because you're getting a daily dose of dharma. What is that? Okay. Love. I love feeling fit and strong. Maybe you're exercising and working out. You're enjoying, maybe able to sit down and just have a nice cup of coffee here and relax. Your hopes and goals and dreams and aspirations, you can see the future coming bright, just having some fun here. Okay, prosperity is yours, and maybe you know that. And real quick, let's get the tarot. What is the DDD, daily dose of good karma? Daily dose. Daily dose. You have the truth. Seven of Swords is in the reverse. Truth and clarity. And these people's plots and schemes are not working against you. They are being exposed. So maybe this goes with part one. You have the truth about spell work. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's not working. You have a new beginning. Ace of Wands.